Hello everybody. I am fixing to make me some coleslaw, homemade coleslaw. Let me get me a knife. I'm going to make a fish dinner tonight. This is the night a lot of people go out to Taco Tuesday, as they call it. Fish tacos. But I want some fried fish, so I'm going to make my own fish meal at home. And we're going to start off by grating a little bit of cabbage to make coleslaw. Now you can do this any way you want. You can put it in a blender and do it. However you want to do it. I prefer to grate mine because I don't want to put water in it. And if you try to do this in the blender, usually you have to add water so it will, rotate and do its thing. I find mine tastes better just to do it this way. And I'm going to just do a half a head of cabbage. I'm not going to make a ton of coleslaw. When it gets to the point where it's not wanting to cooperate with me and starts coming apart in chunks, I just put that piece in the compost because I like it like that. I like it all finely grated for my coleslaw. I've tried doing it in the blender and I don't like doing it with a food processor. Because 9 times out of 10 you've got to add water to it to make it move. But this is the way I grew up eating and making coleslaw. Just take an old-timey grater and just grating it. Now, if I had to do for 50 people, then I'd probably want to put it in a blender or a food processor or something to help with a little bit of the work. But when I'm just doing it for myself, or, I'm not making a large amount of it, I'd rather just grate it like this. Just rather do it like this. Now some people put onion in theirs. I don't like onion in my coleslaw. Some people put grated up carrot in there. I don't like carrot in my coleslaw. I just like plain old cabbage. Now you can take salad dressing and make your own coleslaw dressing. That's up to you. I am cleaning up a little bit as I go because I've got a lot more to do for this meal other than my coleslaw, so I have to clean up as I go. But there is my cabbage for my coleslaw, y'all. And like I said, you can use like Miracle Whip salad dressing for your, you know, to put in there to mix it up, and it makes a good coleslaw. You can take mayo, add a little bit of vinegar, a little bit of seasoning like garlic, onion powder, that type of thing, and put in your coleslaw and mix it up. A little bit of pepper, and it makes a real good one. When I'm making this small amount, I'm not going to go to the trouble to make a sauce. I'm going to use coleslaw dressing. It's not that expensive when you're just making for one. And you don't have to go to a lot of trouble to do it. Let's see where my big spoons are. Not a big spoon, a tablespoon. Now I'm going to put a little bit of pepper. I like pepper in my coleslaw. And a little bit of salt. Like I said, if you like a little bit of carrot, you can grate up a carrot. Put that in there. I prefer just the cabbage myself. I'm not making a salad. I'm making coleslaw. And with me, coleslaw is just the dressing and just grated cabbage. Taste it. Mm-hmm. Oh, that is good. Now, I'm going to cover this and set it aside. However much flour you put in there, that's how much cornmeal you put in. And that it's probably a third of a cup of each, maybe. Because I don't have that much fish to flour or to batter. Now, I'm going to salt it. I'm going to put some pepper in there. I like pepper on my fish. And then I'm just going to mix it up. I've got pepper, salt and pepper, half cornmeal, half flour. It depends on how much fish that you're going to batter up. But this is enough for 3 pieces of fish. And I do want to get some paprika, I think. I was about to forget my paprika. Okay, where's my paprika? Okay. That's red pepper, don't want that. That's chili. I just had paprika out yesterday. What did I do with it? Turmeric. Well, I don't know what I did with my paprika. There it is. I know I had it right there. But I've got just a little bit of regular paprika. You can use smoked if you want. Now I've got 1 egg. I think 1 egg will be enough. Put that in a separate bowl. I'm just going to beat it up a little bit. My fish is a little bit wet, so I'm going to pat dry each piece before I put it in my egg mixture. I want it coated real well in egg, and then I'm going to put it down in my cornmeal and egg mixture, in my cornmeal and my flour mixture with my seasonings. Just coat it real good. I'm going to drop it right in my grease. Oh, it should have been just a little bit hotter. It was making a noise, so I thought it was hotter than what it was. But that's okay. It'll heat up while I pat this other one dry. Now you can do this with tilapia, pollock, basically any kind of fish you want to use. I jumped the gun on my grease, y'all. I thought it was hotter than that. But coat your fish real good in your egg. And then put it right in your flour and cornmeal mixture. Coat it real good. You don't want it wet. You want it completely dry almost, with it coated with cornmeal and flour. You can do this with pollock, you can do it with catfish, brim, any kind of a fish fillet that you have. Now I've got to wait for that grease to get hot, and I can't take my fish out. But I turned it up, so it shouldn't take it long to get. I mean, it's almost to the frying point. But don't do like I did. Don't jump the gun. Wait till your grease is good and hot before you put your fish in there. You should hear it start frying when you put it in there. I mean, it's starting to cook, so it is getting hot. Oh my goodness, my poor sweet potatoes froze. The colder it gets, the hotter it gets outside, the colder my refrigerator gets. And I had already peeled and sliced 3 sweet potatoes. But I put them in water to keep them in the refrigerator. And they have frozen. And there goes my fish, y'all. It's starting to fry. I'm going to take my fish, put it in my egg. Yeah, that was a clean dishcloth, y'all. Or I wouldn't have dared do that. And I'm just going to let that piece soak in the egg for a minute. And your fish will start to float when it's done. Just need to get these things separated. Got a block of ice on there. You see how my fish is floating to the top? See where my so looking good, y'all. And I'm only going to fry one piece at a time, because my fryer is not that big and I don't want them stuck together. And I think I dropped my strainer thing. Oh. I love having a bar between my living room and my kitchen. The only thing is, I keep dropping stuff. I keep dropping stuff off the counter. and then I forget to go get it. Turn that down a little. You don't want it to burn before it gets good and done. I want it good and crispy. And you know, I've looked and looked for a fryer basket like this to fit in that size pot, and I can't find one anywhere. I don't think they make them anymore. This one is probably over 50 years old. But instead of going out to get fish tonight, I'm cooking my fish at home. There's the first one down. There's the second one in there. Y'all have to forgive me on my coughing, but it's been real windy today. And with my allergies, that's all it takes to really flare up my allergies and make me cough. I'm going to let that piece sit there for a bit. I love fresh fish cooked at home. I love fish completely. Doesn't matter where you get it. Whether it comes from a restaurant or home. I love fried fish. Need to get me a swig of something. Here you go to wet my throat. See that how that fish is floating to the top? It's floating on the very top of that grease right now. And about that time is when I like to flip it over. You got to be careful with your heat, because if it's too hot, that grease will boil over your pot. So I did have to turn mine down a bit. It's going to be some good eating tonight. But that one egg was just about right to fix 3 pieces of fish. getting grease all over my fingers. And this. But oh well. Didn't want it in the egg. But you can see how you can handle one piece of fish in something like this a lot better than you can if you put 2 or 3 in there. If you put 2 or 3 in there, you couldn't turn them at all. Not in something this small. But, you know, hey, it doesn't take long for fish to fry. I want it to a golden brown on both sides. See what I'm talking about? How it's bubbling up? Woo! Turn it down. I almost let it bubble over on me, guys. You got to be careful about that, especially if you've got it completely full of grease. Have to turn your heat down a little bit before you add that second piece in. Now, to make my hush puppies, I'm using that leftover cornmeal and flour, and I'm adding about another 1/3 of a cup of flour and cornmeal. And this is going to be making my hush puppies. I don't know, I may need to get a bigger bowl. I don't know how many hush puppies it'll make. But I am going to put sugar in my hush puppies. A little bit. a little bit of sugar. About a tablespoon of sugar. Should be plenty. Now, it's up to you whether you add this or not. It's your Hush Puppies. I like it in mine. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic powder. I'm going to put a little bit of onion powder. I'm going to put in 1 egg, but I'm going to break it in this bowl first. Make sure it's okay, and it is. I'm going to put just a little bit, I think, of buttermilk. No, I think I'll add just regular milk or evaporated milk. I've got both. Now, sometimes I like to cut up onion in my Hush Puppies. Instead of putting the onion in there today, I just added onion powder. And just a little bit more. Let's check on our fish. Looking good. I don't want it too loose. Put a little bit of cornmeal in there, a little bit more, because I got it too wet. I don't want it quite that wet. I'm making a mess. Making a mess over here. add a little bit more flour. I don't want it so wet. I don't want to like run it off the spoon. I want to drop it off of the spoon. Sure the camera's still going. Yeah, I'm getting it just about to the right consistency. I don't want it runny, but I don't want it too thick either. That is looking good. I'm going to take it by the spoonful and just drop it in my grease and hope they don't stick to the bottom. There you go. They should start, when they start cooking, they'll pop up to the top. Y'all still with me? Fresh homemade hush puppies, fried fish, coleslaw, and I'm gonna be making me some sweet potato fries here, y'all. I should have just made regular fries. And I still may do that because I can use those potatoes for something else. Now, I'm gonna make them, I think. I'm going to have to cut them a little bit because they're a little bit too long. Too long to go in that, so. I think I mixed up way too many hush puppies. And check on my hush puppies here. They don't want to stay turned over like I want them. But that's okay. Put another one in there. ahead and finish cutting my sweet potatoes up. Oh my goodness. I forgot to unplug the other phone, y'all. Might be enough. I might save the rest of these and fix them at another time. I like my hush puppies to be golden brown. See, if you have them the right consistency, when you push it off the spoon, they'll come out like a little golf ball. They'll be round. They won't spread out and get flat or get lacy. And that's what you want. Yeah, I think I mixed way too much hush puppy mix. Roll over, there you go. Gotta have bread and butter pickles, or either kosher dills or some type of pickle when you're eating fish. Thought I had one in the middle, but I guess I didn't. I do now. Those hush puppies are looking good. I gotta try one, y'all. Look at that. Hot. But so good. I'm hungry. I have a bite of my hush puppy. Don't that look good? Go ahead, don't be shy. Way too much hush puppy mix. So good. And that's going to be for my fries when I get them done. Look at that fish, y'all. Don't that look good? Looks good to me. I hardly ever got tacos on Taco Tuesday night anyway. And if I did, I got fish tacos, fried catfish tacos. They don't want to stay rolled over. I want them browned on the other side too. They're about half done right now. Y'all still with me? Some of them are done, so it won't be long now. Just be careful if you do sweet potato fries like this, because if you get that grease too hot and there's too much grease in the pot, it will boil over on you. I think they're done. I like to immediately get that in water so all that stuff will come loose. But now we've finished that. We don't need that anymore. But we do need our coleslaw. And I need me a plate. And I need a spoon to get my coleslaw out. Oh my goodness, that looks so good. I love coleslaw with my fish, y'all. Put a little bit of salt on my fries, my sweet potato fries. I think I like to got too much. Let them drain a little bit. Mix them up a little bit. And then put them in my plate. There you go. Now I gotta have me a piece of fish. And I gotta have some hush puppies. How's that for a fish dinner, y'all? Fried fish, filet fish, hush puppies, homemade sweet potato fries, and homemade coleslaw. I'm going to sit down here and enjoy this meal. Y'all come on and join me. I'm going to enjoy it, and I'll see you on the next one. Love y'all. Bye now.